lot of pain.
Colton had a boo-boo. A little bit of a boo-boo.
A little bit of a boo-boo earlier.
We're
And I'm
hurting,
handicapped.
We're hurting from the wrecky ball.
So Sharla, what did we just watch?
You're signaling out of a parking spot.
Sharla, I'm turning. What do you want about?
Why are you signaling out of a parking spot?
To signal my intent. Like, what are you on about? I don't understand what you're laughing about. Anywho, let's get to it, Sharla. What did we just watch?
Star Wars.
The Last Jedi, number 8.
Is it the last one?
No, it's The Last Jedi. That's the name of the movie, Last Jedi. What do you think about it?
I don't know, it was good.
It was good, that's it. That's all you gotta
I
say.
like the BB-8, that's really why I go.
The BB-8 is the reason why I go too. And then, like, I was...
It's the slats and I was...
Yeah. In, like, the trailers, it always shows, like... Basically, it's like, oh, this is gonna be, like, the next cute thing that you're gonna like a lot. And this trailer, it was, like, the birds. The birds, like, the... Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
ooh. And they were probably, like, the best part of the movie this time.
Yep. We're big animal people.
We love animals. Like,
Oh, there's a bump.
I'll be careful of the bump. So, there will be spoilers. There's no spoilers yet, but now on. There will be pretty big spoilers, just big like that bump there. So, Snoke dead. Right off the bat.
What?
Fuck you if you
Not
haven't seen
right
it.
after that.
Not right off the bat, but like, I mean, spoilers, like heavy spoiler right off the bat. I was surprised.
It was a good death, too.
It was a good death. Like, I was surprised that he couldn't see that coming. Like, he was like narrating it himself. He's like, oh, I'm watching it in my head. And yet it's like,
watched it was you.
yeah, and he's like, oh, he's gonna do it. He's gonna slay down his true enemy, and then fucking cuts him. And then he like looks down, and then he pulls the lightsaber back, and like cuts him in half. And you're like, oh my god,
Crazy.
But now it's like, who's gonna be the bad guy, and all the other
Kylo.
ones? I guess it's gonna be Kylo, but like Kylo's not.
I know I was thinking in the movie. Do you think his name is Kyle Lawrence? But everyone just short forms to.
No, I'm pretty sure his name's Kylo. Just like Obi-Wan isn't like
Oh my
Alexander
God! Look at that one.
Beelzebub. Like his name's Obi.
Interesting.
Just like her name is Rey, and his name is Finn,
Rihanna.
and the guy's name is Poe. Like it's not. I don't think it's a short form for anything except for Pooh. Poe, short for Pooh. But let's see, what else? But like, cause he still has good in him because he didn't want to shoot his ma with the poo.
Yeah.
So should we? I wonder if we should explain the movie or just talk about how we felt about it. I guess. Yeah, I thought it was good. I was thinking that there was going to be a little bit more to the island.
Yeah.
I thought, like, especially when they're like, ooh, there's a dark secret at the island. Like, I thought they were gonna, like, elevate that more. But it was just kind of like, oh, there's a deep, dark secret to the island.
It's a big old mirror.
And it's basically a mirror that doesn't show you anything that you want. Like, she's like, show me who my parents are. Then it doesn't show her anything.
No, thank you.
And then it's like, oh, but then at the end of the movie, it's like, oh, but you knew who your parents were all along. Just say who it was. And she's like, there were nobody.
She was hoping that they were somebody.
I know, but she knew. But it's like her whole thing is like, oh, I just want like trying to find like her parents, basically. I guess been her story arc. And then maybe I haven't watched the 7 enough, but I don't know what happened to Finn at the end of 7 because he just wakes up in like a coma, basically. And he's like, where's Rey? Yeah, in like a water bag. So like I don't understand where that came from.
That was confusing. And then what was the water bag? Was he just his own bed?
I think so. Maybe that was it. It was just like, oh, this is how you'll be comfortable. Like regulate temperature and stuff like that, so you don't need blankets.
Maybe.
Because maybe they can't have blankets in space. They don't like the cuddles. And then it was kind of crazy that like they destroy the ship, like they destroy like the bridge of the ship, and then it's like, oh, by the way, everyone that you knew in that dead, except for except for Leia, who apparently somehow was shot into space, but she doesn't need air to breathe.
She's an angel.
She's an angel. Sharla.
No man.
She's an angel now. We miss you, Carrie Fisher. Yeah, so it's like Admiral Akbar, fucking dead. Don't even worry about him anymore. He'll never tell you that it's a trap ever again.
Nope.
People had a big problem with Phasma, the silver one, because they were like, oh, she's so tough and like all the other things, but she's a little bitch in this one, like just getting held hostage. And then she comes back in this one, pretty good, but still has like a brief fight scene, and then fucking dead.
Yeah.
Like, to be fair, they didn't show her dying, so maybe she survived.
Well, she went into a big old fiery pit.
Big old fire pit, but who knows? Like Anakin fell into lava. He was fine. What else happened in the movie? There's kind of like a training montage. I was surprised he wasn't like more upset with Rey. He's like, oh, you went to the dark side immediately. You didn't even try to resist. And then it was like, but I'll keep teaching you.
Well, he didn't want to.
But he kept did. No, because like, remember? No, it wasn't. I don't think it was eventually. I think it was like the next day. But also doesn't say how long she was on the island for. That could have been the same day, Sharla. Technically, we know it was 2 days.
She was fighting, and then he kept training her.
Was that why he kept training her? I like how the birds.
Stubborn one.
I like how the birds like moved into the ship.
Yeah.
And he's like, she was like, get out of here.
And then he went to go eat them, and they're like,
yeah, they're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Don't eat them, buddy. Yeah.
I think it's kind of crazy that they could see each other. It kind of threw me off sometimes.
But that was like Snoke's created that bridge between them. But Snoke's was significantly more powerful than Kylo. Like, I
wish I could see like what they saw and just because it was always just cut between the two. It was never the two in a room together until that happened, which kind of confused me.
Yeah. But to be fair, when they were talking about it, he's like, can you see my surroundings? I can't see yours. I only see you. But then
what does she look like in the room? She's just randomly...
I would imagine just like a silhouette. That's why he kept trying to like run out and like find her.
I'm just...
I know. It would have been good to see it, but I think it's like they're trying to show that like they're not in the same room. Like, see, they're in 2 different places. But then Kylo isn't as powerful as Snoke's. So Snoke's is super powerful, not powerful enough to see that Kylo was going to betray him.
He was blindsided.
But then, like, you know he's more powerful than like any of them because even like Rey tried to resist and he just like flicks his finger and like she flies off. But then he was talking about how he's like, there's a great dark presence rising in Kylo. He's like, so that force is being equally matched by Rey, so Rey's getting stronger in the force too. But then, how is he so powerful? Is his only opposite Luke? So is that why, like, when Snoke died at the end, Luke died at the end? Like, was it to show, like, the balance in the force? It's like, look, the dark's gone, the light can't prevail, so the light's gone.
Why Luke did.
Yeah, Luke. Because remember he was saying that that they were when they were talking about doing the mind bridge. He's like, "Are you doing this?" He's like, "No, you can't be doing it because it would kill you." So I think it took too much power, and like he held it for so long, and it wasn't even like just a just like an image.
Yeah.
Like he was there. He was not physically there, but he was there for everybody involved. So maybe it just took so much power out of him. But I don't understand why he just like disappeared. But I guess Yoda kind of did the same thing when he died. He just kind of like
I like that Yoda came back.
I like that Yoda came back, and I like that Yoda didn't come back as a CG Yoda. Yoda came back as like a puppet, basically, which is a throwback to like the first like 1, 2, and 3, where Yoda was always a puppet, and then they made him animated in like 4, 5, and 6. Or 4, 5, and 6 he was a puppet. 1, 2, 3 he was. I always get confused with like chronological 1, 2, 3, and then like actual 1, 2, 3. But yeah, I really like that Yoda came back. And then did you see that at the end when when Finn was like getting this, like the blanket to put over the girl?
Yeah.
All the books were there.
Yeah.
All like the Jedi texts.
Jedi text.
So that means that Rey stole the Jedi text. Or not stole, I guess, but she took the Jedi text. So I think that was a big reason why Yoda just kind of like burnt the tree down. He's like, oh, it's just a tree now. But he knows that it's there. But they didn't draw like any mention of that. She wasn't like, ooh, these are sacred. I was like, meh, here's a book.
Well, he said it didn't matter because she already knows everything that's in them.
Yeah.
So maybe she read them already. That's why Yoda already knew that.
Oh, maybe.
Everything in them. She read them all.
Yeah. I like how when he's like, I'm gonna burn it down, and then he like couldn't do it, and then Yoda starts laughing. He's like, oh, Luke, I missed you.
Yeah.
Boom! Just blows the tree up. That's funny. So, Sharla, last minute. Anything last minute? What do you think about it? You liked it?
It's cute.
Yeah, it was cute.
I just go for the robots. I don't really.
Charlotte goes for the robots. I go for the animals and somewhat the story.
And somehow we watch Star Wars.
And somehow we watched Star Wars. But it was good. I liked it. I would recommend it to anybody that wants to go see it, even though it just got ruined for you. And if you're just wanting to hear somebody else talk about the movie, then what's up? We'll be back for more. Okay, bye.